Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Yesterday, you guys got a run we did on stream of the SAO Fractured Daydream beta. I think it was against the sword boss. I want to say that, yeah, that was sword golem we fought. But today, what I'll be doing is actually taking you guys just into a standard co-op quest. And kind of talking about my experience with the beta so far, what I've learned from it, what you guys can do if you catch this video before the servers go down, which this video will be going live before the servers go down, probably around 10-ish. You have like 4 hours from when this video goes live to get this taken care of. Apologies if you missed it. I probably should have got this video up way earlier, but this beta has really messed up my overall flow. So I have to get things back on track, and I'll be working on doing that in the next couple of days. We will be playing Fractured Daydream, by the way, on the channel. Primarily we'll be streaming it quite a bit. We'll be also uploading YouTube videos on Fractured Daydream as well, maybe like progress videos, maybe just certain boss fights that we do with friends. But I also wanted to kind of talk about a couple of other things as well in the mix, and we'll talk about them while we're going through the quests here, or we're going through the quest itself. So Fractured Daydream, at least the multiplayer side of things, is a live service game, and it's going to have different quests you have available to you. In the beta, we have co-op quests and boss raids. There's one other type of quest. It's like a free roam quest that you're able to do solo, and you kind of come across other people online as well. I imagine it's gonna be kind of like an instance thing where you can come across other people that are doing similar quests or a similar open world sort of thing where you can grind and just have a good time. But when it comes to the co-op quest and the boss raid, you basically queue with 20 other people. Now, you can have a lobby of up to 4 people. If you're curious, like how do I invite my friends? It's fully cross-platform, so you can invite your friends across platforms, invite them into your party. There's a section for platform friends, which is just people on the same platform as you that are already on your friends list that you can go ahead and invite people from here. Of course, recent players you come across, in case you come across someone cool and you're like, yo, that was super fun, let's go ahead and send them a friend request or whatever it happens to be. Or just the friends you make itself. You have like a UID for friends. So if I go over here, you can see my friend code at the very, very bottom. You guys are more than welcome to add me. Just let me know, at least in the comments or something like that. That way I can tell who it is that's adding me. And then, yeah, you can just invite people. If I were to say, just select, this is my buddy MKP. Select them and click invite to group, and then bam, you're good to go. It's also, of course, a block list and all that good stuff. Some of you guys in these friend cards are a little suspect, or a lot suspect, but we won't talk too much about that either way. You do have your friend player card, and you can actually edit and things like that. I'm surprised either this isn't in the beta or we haven't done as many quests as I thought we've done, but I've done every single quest as Kirito, so been a good time. I do plan to play the other characters and level them, but in the beta, as we know of right now, the only thing that's going to be transferring over will be the weapons and the accessories. So leveling characters may not really matter all that much. That's why I'm not really focused on it. I'm just spamming Kirito, having a good time. But in the future, there's going to be a reason to level other characters, and we'll talk about that really quick before we get started here. So some people are probably curious, how does the game work? How does the gearing work? So on and so forth. So this is my gear screen, my equipment screen itself. You can see I have a weapon equipped. You have 3 accessory slots and 2 passive skill slots. Pretty straightforward. You equip a weapon of the type for your class or for the type of your character. Kirito, of course, is dual blades. We have 3 accessories. We have 3 accessory slots. So we've got a ring, we have a bracelet, and we have a necklace. Now, these are specifically only shared amongst fighters. There are different classes, of course, of characters. So you can see there's fighter, tank, rogue, ranger, mage, and support. So all of my fighters will have access to these accessories. My tanks have access to different accessories. Rogues have access to different accessories, and so on and so forth. From what I understand, fighters are kind of all-rounders. They kind of equate them almost to bruisers in a sense, where they're able to do a little bit of everything, but they're kind of up in front. They're a little bit more durable. Rogues are kind of all-out damage dealers. They specialize in high amounts of damage, high amounts of hits, back attacks, things of that sort. Rangers are just that. They're range attackers, specialize in dealing damage from range. Mages specialize in AoEs and things of that sort. Supports provide healing and support the group, and tanks, of course, take threat. They're durable and they're tanky. Everyone does damage, so if your concern is oh, I don't want to play a tank because I don't want to do no damage, everyone does damage. Some of the highest DPS characters right now in the game, or at least in the beta, Leafa has been killing it with her ability to fly up and attack weak spots consistently, which is insane. I've seen people absolutely crush. A good buddy of mine plays Agil, and I have seen him absolutely crush damage and almost keep up with me, and in some cases surpass me in damage itself. Not that I am the best in the world or anything along those lines, but to see a tank out DPS a fighter or a rogue is kind of wild, and it's not only happened once, it's happened a couple of times. So as far as characters go, they are customizable. So there is character customization. However, there is not character creation. So unfortunately, you are playing just the cast at the moment. It is a bit of a letdown. Honestly, it's the only real L I have for this game as I'm playing it. is there is no character creator. Definitely want to see that come back again, and I do feel like that's something that could absolutely come back. I could very easily foresee them bringing back like the MC or the CAC MC from Fatal Bullet, and just allowing you to customize them however you want. A lot of characters share costumes anyway. Like all of the characters that are of the same build as Kirito have the same costume. So like let's say I go over to Elf Boy. He has all the same outfits. So they have their own unique outfit, but they also share a lot of outfits. So I imagine a lot of these characters will share similar outfits that you'll be able to get. As far as cosmetics go, we have been able to unlock cosmetics in the beta purely via the decorations. So there are some raids where there are decorations that you can get as a rare drop. You can pop over here and take a look. And you can see there's a small chance or reward of obtaining appearance items. And each quest has their own. The boss raid, this one has like a tiara, and the other Scorpion one has like a skull helmet and something else. So there's a lot of really cool stuff here. From what we know of the game at the moment, we do know that there is going to be a cash shop in the game. But they have confirmed that it's not like purchasing currency or gacha based. It's literally just buy the outfit you want. As far as new characters and content and paid DLC and things, that's starting to, some people are concerned that, you know, there's already 2 DLCs announced. From what we understand and what they've already explained to us, these DLCs are going to work very similar to that of Xenoverse, actually, from what I found. Actually, a little bit better, almost in a sense, where the actual content is completely free. What is being sold is the extra characters. Now, that is a bit of a letdown. I know some people are like, oh, you know, I want to buy, I'm buying a full price game, I should get everything with it, and I 100% agree with you. When you're buying into live service, however, you're buying into the full price game, plus anything else they can possibly add on to sell you. And the cutoff point of like, oh, well, they cut this out so they can sell it to you later, it's mostly left up to circumstance. Like you can't really tell exactly what it's going to be that they were selling you versus what they're not selling you, but it's 100% a reasonable thing to say and a reasonable aspect or point to take. So if that's something that, you know, shies you away from Fractured Daydream, totally understandable. As far as the game goes, the gameplay has been absolutely amazing. We're going to jump into a quest here in just a moment, but I wanted to go ahead and dispel a couple of things here. That way people are aware of what they're getting themselves into. The game will have a full story base, like a full single player story, which you'll use to unlock characters. You'll have an entire roster of characters. I think it's like 20 something characters or whatever in the roster at the moment. So there is definitely more than you're seeing here. This is not the full character roster. This is just the beta roster. They've already shown off the full character roster, and it's got quite a few characters in it already. So most of the main cast. Where add-on and DLC characters seems to be like game-verse characters and things of that sort that they're bringing over. So you've got a really good roster, and if you're only concerned about content and you like the characters that you have already, then you don't need to spend any extra money. There is a head start, 3-day head start, and it looks like you only get the 3-day head start from buying one of the higher packs over on Steam, which is a bit lame in my opinion. Really should have been something they provided to everyone if they pre-ordered the game, or pre-purchased the game as I like to call it, because you're not really pre-ordering, you're pre-purchasing, you're paying it in full. But it's a Bamco thing. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not even gonna fight it. I'm just gonna move past it. It's like trying to argue politics, man. It's not worth it. But as far as the game itself goes, so far it's been a blast, man. We put over 11 hours on the first day of playing, played again another couple, I think 8+ hours, 9+ hours. We're gonna be playing again tonight before the servers go down. They extended the beta test to 2 a.m. EDT, so that's gonna be super fun. We're playing with Skulls over on her channel. So as this video goes live, I won't be live, but she'll be live on her channel, twitch.tv/SkullsNightshade or youtube.com/SkullsNightshade. So either one of those places you'll be able to find her. We'll be playing and having a good time. Just been grinding it out, having a blast. As far as characters go, I did pass up the passive skills. Every character has a passive skill. Getting that character to level 30 allows you to use the passive skill on other characters. And as Kirito was level 30, I could just pop over to, let's say I wanted to play Asuna. Well, I can go to Asuna, I can go to equipment, click passive skill number 2, and bam, I can give her damage dealer. Doesn't go away from Kirito, but now she has the passive as well. So all my characters can have the passive damage dealer. I don't know if max level for characters is gonna be 30. I don't know if characters are gonna unlock other passives or not. But we have Kirito maxed out, and I'm not 100% sure that we're keeping those levels. Again, the only confirmed thing that we know we're keeping are weapons and accessories. And you could argue that, you know, decorations are accessories, but they're called decorations specifically for that exact reason. As far as costumes go, we didn't unlock any costumes in the beta, but there are going to be costumes that are, you know, unlockable in game. They've already mentioned it via crafting. Actually can't see it here at all. Okay, cool. So they did mention there are costumes unlockable via crafting, and then of course there is the shop that you can purchase costumes in as well. I'm not sure if every costume in the shop is going to be unlockable via crafting, or if they're going to be separate costumes or packs, and there's going to be costumes in game that you unlock as well. So we'll have to see. This is also being made by the guys who worked on Xenoverse, as well as the Xenoverse and Fatal Bullet. So a lot of people are actually very, very excited, particularly due to that, because one, Xenoverse has been supported for freaking ever, and Fatal Bullet was like the last good SAO game. So I'd argue I enjoyed Alicization Licorice, but it was a pretty big letdown, so I can't really argue people in that aspect. But I think it was a letdown for me for completely different reasons. I hate the whole stacking a billion buffs and murdering a boss in less than 10 seconds meta, and that happened very quickly in Alicization Licorice, and the moment it did happen, I stopped having fun. So when you get into your party, you can favorite a character. I favorite Kirito, of course, so that means it's going to put me in a party, hopefully with other people who don't have Kirito favorited. You select your character at the very beginning. This is a 20-man quest. Goes to the equipment screen. You can adjust your appearance, you can adjust your equipment, decide what you want to do. We're going to go with lightning dividers because that is what we have here, and that's what the boss is weak to. And we should be all set. Let's go to confirm our appearance. The initial load is kind of rough to get everyone in, so not too bad. Also, I'm playing with a new controller, so I kind of like this controller. It's been pretty dope. So you'll see as we get in, we're going to start at Awakening level 1. And you basically level up in the quests you're doing. As you level up, you'll be able to unlock your skills. You have 3 basic skills you can use. You can unlock them in whatever order you want to. You have 1 ultimate skill, and you have like an inherent skill for the character themselves. Kirito's inherent skill is like his god mode, basically. His eyes turn yellow, his cooldowns go faster, he heals as he's fighting and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. But as you can see, there's other Kiritos, of course. I wouldn't put yourself in a position of you have to play Kirito. I feel like a lot of the other characters are actually really, really fun, but I think if I don't play Kirito, my friend group might actually freak out. They might think it's not actually me. So I feel like I'm legally required to main Kirito to start, which I probably will, but I'm also going to be playing, I think his name is like EG, is his name? EG and Klein are also 2 characters I want to play. So Klein's a fighter and EG's a rogue. So we'll see. This is really cool intro. Dude, I love this. Basically puts you in a map in a random spot, and the goal you have, essentially, if you can see the top right hand corner, that yellow dot, that is our mission objective. Now we can go around and kill enemies to get our level up, and we're just gonna go ahead and take these guys down. And that's all we're doing, is we're just killing as many enemies as we can, collecting experience. These items here, it's kind of like it reminds me of a roguelike, where there's these items you pick up. You only can have one of these on at a time, but it has different effects. The one we're looking for specifically that's going to be most useful, I'm not sure if it's going to be useful in the full release of the game, but in the beta, it seems to be one of the strongest ones you can get, is just elemental weakness up, because it's like 40%, which is kind of crazy at high levels. No, you see we just unlocked a skill. We hit level 3, we unlocked our skill. We're going to go with horizontal square. And bam. Okay, well. This controller feels a lot better, but I'm used to compensating for my really annoying one I had yesterday. So I'm gonna have to get used to this for now. You can see above my health bar, I've got the bar that's building up. That's my inherent skill. I haven't unlocked my ultimate. Okay, thank you. I haven't unlocked my ultimate, which is that yellow skill that's down on the right hand side. We'll unlock that at level 15. You don't have to worry about loot or anything along those lines. Loot, actually, at the end of the quest is completely shared outside of getting lucky for cosmetics. The cosmetics do not drop to everyone. Sometimes you have to get lucky and be the one to get a cosmetic. Now, most people can get them. It's not like someone else, you see them on the ground and you pick it up and another person doesn't get them. It's just, it's RNG whether or not you get them or not. But what it does give you, oh, shoot. What it does give you is basically loot that you appraise at the very, very end. And everyone has the same loot to appraise. We need to level up and get another skill. Oh, this is cooldown. All right, we're taking that for sure. So we're gonna unlock our big combo. This is advanced skill cooldown. Yeah, okay, same thing. And then we're just running off. So you do want to kill a couple enemies as you're going along. You don't want to just, well, at least from what we understand as of right now, you don't want to just bum rush the objective. Now, leveling characters as you go along is actually worth it. Not only do you unlock some cosmetics for the characters, you also they also have base stats. So you want to make sure that, well, essentially a level 30 Kirito and a level 1 Kirito are going to be different. Okay, he's over here. Let's hop over here. Done with the sword combo. This game actually punishes spamming pretty heavily. It is a little bit weird with the lock-on. The lock-on's kind of trash, honestly, but As a Phantasy Star player, our lock-on has always been trash, and this is no exception. So what's this? Weak point damage up, pretty useless to us. If you're not hitting a weak point consistently, you don't really want to take weak point damage up. Now, yeah, you do want to hit weak points. That much is obvious. Okay, ooh, of course. But you're not always going to have access to weak points. Like, let's say you're a ranged character and you have access to a gun. Like, you're able to hit a weak spot because you can aim for it. But on my end, as being a sword character, I'm not always going to have access to that weak spot. Ooh, let's get out of the way. So it's definitely worth picking up if you're a sword character. We got knocked down. I always thought that skill was only really good for... Ooh, we got the switch. So whenever you build up stun on a target, eventually you can start a switch combo. Which you have to be very, very careful for switches, by the way. So because we started to switch, you can see that there's a little circle underneath the enemy. Now, if he would have survived, eventually after he went through everyone's switches, you would have gotten a finish, which that finish would have done a massive amount of damage. I'm actually not going to jump over there immediately. I see a chest over here, so they might jump over there immediately. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take this out and get this chest. Yeah, my party went over already, so I'm unfortunately a little on my own for the moment being. Which usually you want to stick with your party as much as possible. But I have this loot problem. And don't be stingy with your heals either, by the way. You'll find that you have enough of them and you can replenish them. Ooh, I actually kind of don't want to stick to this. It's 2 chests too, man. They literally left both behind. All right, I'm going to skip it. It's not worth the time. And there'll be other chests as well. So I'm going to skip this here and catch up with my party. Also, these healing things here we can pick up. All right, cool. What's this? This is flight recovery speed. We don't fly, so we don't care about that. Looks like our Oberon has gone off separately on his own. I'll go help him out. Yeah, I see what he's going for too. Kirito helping Oberon, it just feels weird, man. It feels weird. This goofy run though, it's too funny. And essentially all we're doing is we're just trying to complete the objectives. Trying to survive as best our ability. Okay, also, these bigger enemies, he's level 30. Okay. Why is it a level 30 enemy here? I mean, this is also a spot that you would have. This is a multi-party area. So the way this works out, the map is the same, but where you spawn on the map is different for everyone. So you get a random spot, you'll spawn on the map. Ooh. And at that part of the map, dude, this isn't even worth it. Like, people aren't here. Yeah, this is not worth it in the slightest. We've barely done any damage to him. I have my heal's on cooldown, and he's after me specifically. Oh, that sucks. So when you get downed, it sucks. Especially because I don't know if this guy's gonna actually try to heal me. He might. It's probably gonna be death for him if he does it. It's a bad idea. Yeah. Oh, the boss swung outside of range. Nice. So you can be picked back up when you die. All right, dude. We should leave this. We should leave this. People aren't over here. It's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. Stop the fight. It's not worth it. They're level 30. It's level 30. But if you do die, you can be picked back up. If you aren't picked back up and you have to res, you'll lose loot, unfortunately. So at the very end, there's like a screen where you can loot, where it shows all the loot that you picked up. And if you die, you lose part of that loot. Nice thing is, even if you're not nearby when people kill enemies, the experience drops on the bottom, so you can run around and pick up EXP. So you can still catch up on levels in case someone's like in a different spot from you. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do great with damage unless we get really lucky on the boss and we happen to like crush the boss. Our ending damage is gonna be pretty terrible because of how much time we wasted on that other enemy. So this is guarding. We're not worried about that. You can kind of see what something's gonna be by just looking at the icon that's on it. Like the last one that had a shield on it, we knew it wasn't gonna be anything we cared about. We're still looking for weak point damage up. That is our goal. Unfortunately, I don't see it. And while everyone's going to fight here, I'm going to try to find other chests. I think that other Kirito is like, it has the same mindset I do. Yeah, he does. Okay. I don't know what level this enemy is. I'm aware I'm outside the mission area. I don't care. Oh, it's another level 30 enemy. Okay. Well, the nice thing is that the mission area where everyone's going to be is really close by. That was a straight one shot. They killed both of us. Now there's no way anyone's going to get over here to help. Ooh, though there are people here. Hold on. Yeah, but they're going to help him and they're going to leave me to die, unfortunately. That sucks. So we're going to lose loot at the end. You guys will be able to see what that looks like. That's going to be a bummer because you don't know what loot it's going to fall into. Like what slot. Could lose a legendary piece because of that now, which really, really sucks. It is what it is, but it really sucks. All right, so we want to catch up. We can pop open the big map, so let's do that. We can see where people are at. They're over here. Okay. I'm so used to playing with my preset group that like I wouldn't have been on my own. I would have had people with me. But this is the pug life. You can't expect people to be there for you. Also, this is gonna suck, man. I don't think I'm not gonna do any damage. Having the ability to have weakness damage up is huge, man. Especially on this fight specifically. I'm not sure if are they still over there trying to do this? Or did they give up on it? Oh no, they did it. They actually killed him. Okay, hold on. So there's something over here. Hopefully whatever this is, it's semi-decent. They died for it. Ultimate cooldown, speed 50%. All right, well, we'll take it. But it's definitely not what I want. We also have our ultimate up, and we can probably just burn it. This is a pretty bad showing, all things considered. I feel like, dude, I wish I would have just taken something from one of my streams, because we had much better runs. Are you still alive? The horizontal scroll should kill you. There we go. Unless we get super lucky with a drop, you're gonna see that it's gonna be pretty bad. Now, on the plus side is if like you play with a pre-made party, like say you play with a team, if they run off and they see a chest and they're like, oh hey, look, there's like, you know, there's elemental weakness up in this one, it'll be the same for them as it is for you. So if they go and they find that, they can tell you about it. Dude, I sometimes have issues with this. So you have skills. Basically, the game works a standard light and heavy attack system. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll just turn around and hit me. That's cool. So holding my heavy attack towards my target makes me slide towards him. Except sometimes it just doesn't seem to work. It could be like a button input thing. I don't know. But it feels like it just doesn't always work. Like right now, I'm definitely holding the button and holding it towards the enemy. They're also teabagging someone, and that's pretty messed up, dude. I haven't really figured out what like the optimal combo is for Kirito. I'm still mostly winging it. We'll go ahead and turn off his god mode. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, unfortunately, we're probably not going to do amazing damage. That weak point or elemental weakness damage up is massive, man. We'd already almost have our ultimate back again though, so that's kind of nice. Dude, it's always the curse of recording. Whenever you press the record button, you always play the worst you possibly can, but we've had some pretty good runs. I didn't want to just post like, oh hey, here's my best runs all the time on the channel. I wanted to get something a little bit more real. Not everyone's gonna go amazing. I mean, I would have liked if this run went amazing, but it is what it is. But we're just gonna spam our skills out on him. Hang on. If I can get... I'm away from to do a skill, and then I'm hitting with my ultimate. Because bosses can just walk out of your ultimates, and Kirito's is really long. It sucks because I have skills that... or have abilities on my accessories that reset my cooldowns. And I had it happen yesterday a lot. Oh, there's a switch. Let's get that. That happened a lot yesterday in a match, and hasn't happened yet today. Ooh. So you are punished for spamming. You can't cancel all of your abilities, which I know some people are like, oh, I can't cancel stuff. That sucks. I'm like, yeah, that just means I can't spam. I have to pay attention, yeah. The fact that he went for that attack. I will say the camera does kind of suck sometimes, though. I would prefer a camera that's a little bit more... dude. I'm so used to hyper murdering this thing and also having support. Yeah, if we see... Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think I got the last attack on that. Oh, someone who did the same thing I did got the last attack. Very nice. They probably got the actual MVP. Yep. Very nice. I was like, I don't expect to see MVP. Not in a pug. You got anything? You see how the loot drops there on the right hand side. You can see what you kind of got. You're gonna see that I'm gonna lose loot, unfortunately, due to the death, and each death causes you to lose another piece of loot, which again sucks, but it makes sense. So if you can, res your friends. All right, so then the reward screen got an S rank. I mean, you're always gonna get an S rank on this. Is pretty easy. But yeah, as you can see, I have additional rewards, but I lost one reward. Kind of sucks. It analyzes it, so this is where things are different for everyone. It's RNG what you get. So you can see I got a sword for Kirito. I also got a shield for Heathcliff. Got Argo claws. The Heathcliff doesn't even shown because he's not in the game, or you don't have him yet. I guess it's like maybe you unlock him at a certain point. So like we don't have him unlocked. What we might have in the beta might be all the characters you start with or whatever. That might be what they're deciding to do. But those are the characters they have in the beta at the moment. But yeah, you can see you can get weapons for characters you don't have yet, which is nice. Yeah, nowhere near. I was like, I did no damage this run at all. This is an awful run. Maybe I'll post a screenshot of me actually doing damage, but yeah, Argo killed it. Kirito did. Yeah, see, that's the thing I would expect. Usually like 1.1 mil is about what normally we push if I actually have the proper setup and I'm playing well. But having a dedicated team is also really nice. That means you can, you know, get heals and things like that. Don't skimp on a healer, dude. Having a Leafa on your team is actually really awesome. And having an Agil on your team is even crazier. Agil actually has specific accessories, like legendary accessories, that converts his defense into crit rate, which is absolutely wild. So there's a lot of different things you can get as far as equipment goes. You can see equipment has special effects and things like that on them. Like these swords have electric weakness damage up, elemental weakness damage up. Granted, it's only 4 and 3, which gives you 6 and 4% respectively. But it is, you know, these things do stack up. They add up. They do get very, very powerful. So you can see I have like, you know, a bunch of elemental percentage. I have skills here. So the advanced skill for or advanced skill instant cooldown basically means that I'm able to I have a chance, an 8% chance to just immediately reset my cooldown on skills, and I had that happen like 3 or 4 times in a row in one run, which was super fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go through with you guys a quest, my experience with the game, what I've learned so far during beta, and to announce that we will definitely be playing this on the channel. Now, I know people are curious about what I'm doing with the second channel versus the main channel. I will likely upload just smaller videos similar to, I say smaller, but this is like almost a 30-minute video. But I'll likely upload just standard videos to the main channel, because I'm not just going to be, as much as I love PSO2 and as much as you guys watch the channel for PSO2, I want to do more than just PSO2. I want to do more things in general. So I do have to kind of branch out in that sort of aspect. Especially when there's not a whole lot going on in PSO2, it's hard to force videos in those situations, and those videos just aren't the best. I don't really enjoy them nearly as much. This is something I find very fun to do, and I want to do a lot more of it in the future. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos, I would greatly appreciate tossing a like on the video. Maybe throw it a comment. It does help out for the algorithm. It's a huge boon to me, and anyone else that wants to build this sort of community when it comes to SAO. Finally got a good SAO game. It's kind of wild, but we finally got a good SAO game. It's super exciting. But yeah, as far as the second channel is gonna be for more long form stuff. So expect to see the entire story playthrough on the second channel. If we do any long form story playthroughs of other games as well, that'll be on the second channel itself, and the VOD channel will just be the VOD channel. I'm working on the VOD channel itself, but keep in mind that we'll be there. You always will be able to get access to the VODs whenever you want to get into them. But the Corno apostrophe will be our long form, and VODs will just be VODs. So keep an eye on that. That's all I've got for you guys today. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe when to keep up with more. As always, thank you to channel members. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Take care, my friends. Peace out.